Hey guys, it's Losi from Losi and welcome to All Things Events, where you learn all the tips and tricks on how to be in an events industry. Welcome guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will not be giving out any tips and tricks, but I will do something that is highly requested, which is me getting personal with you guys. I don't know how I'm gonna do on this, but I think it is time for me to actually open up. It is time for me to do a sit down and actually sort of tell you guys how my year was. Obviously, I'm talking about the year of 2020, which I feel like it was a year that challenged most of us. It was a year that, you know, broke a lot of families, relationships, businesses. Such a horrible mess in our industry and our economy, and we are still trying to recover and still trying to stand. And yeah, I really do hope that this year things change. This year we become, you know, a little bit better, wiser and stronger than, you know, we were last year, because I don't think most of us were prepared for 2020. So yeah, without wasting any time, let me just get personal with you guys. I'm gonna share a couple of things that I felt like were a bit of a, I wouldn't say distraction, but my highs and lows of 2020. And I'm gonna start off with business in 2020. Guys, my business in 2020 started off on a great note. When I say on a great note, I'm talking about the event that I did on the 19th of Jan, which was featured on City Press. If you don't know this event, I'm talking about the Minor League Gardens. If you don't know it, you can go on Instagram and do the whole hashtag Minor League Gardens. You will see that event. And I am obviously grateful for the client that called me, which was a publicist, Kels Mabuda, who was doing actually a birthday celebration for Loot Love and Reason's birthday twins. So I got to be involved in that event. It was a success. I mean, clients were happy. Obviously, clients are the 1-year-olds. Clients are very happy. The mom and the dad, they were very happy. They did a personal shout out, obviously to me, to my staff, and all the suppliers that I got to work with at that event. And I was also happy that it got featured on City Press, which was, I think it was a high note for me, because, you know, it's one thing for us to actually get recognized for what we do. Then people think, oh, you just throw parties, oh, you just do events, and they think it's just like a small thing. So I'm very grateful that I started the year on that note. And also another thing that happened in my business was the fact that I signed, or I got to work with, one of the people that I find very inspirational, a lady called Londi Mazwide, who's based in Durban. Actually, Londi Mazwide, I think that's how they call her at her office. I mean, this lady, she does wonderful things in terms of the industry, and getting to work with her, getting to work with her staff, and being personal. I find her very interesting and inspirational. Obviously, not just seeing her work on Instagram, but seeing the work behind the scenes, you know, getting to meet, you know, her amazing team and going to her office and all of that stuff. So I was like, when she sent me that, I think she said, hi, I need your numbers, or I don't know what she said, but I was just like, yay! I was so excited. Like I was jumping, because trust me guys, no one just calls me or asks for a quote if they don't know of me. It's either they've seen me somewhere, or they got referred by one of my clients, or they just saw whatever that they saw on Instagram and they were like, we want to work with this person. Obviously, some don't come back because they feel like, oh, maybe she's too expensive, which I think that is so ridiculous for the amount of value and work that I put in at events. But the fact that when she came and she was like, listen, hey, I need your contacts, or please contact my office. I was so happy. I was very happy. The event was in Durban. I think it was on the 6th of March in Durban, which I got to use the team in Durban because I do some events in Durban. They're not a lot, maybe 1, twice, 3 events in Durban a year, which I still have a team that side. So I actually worked with the team from Durban, but I did travel to Durban and make sure that obviously I meet her. And I went with my partner. And the event was a success. I mean, the client was happy. She was very pleased with my work. My team was also happy in terms of how they did and everything. And the guests, you know, it was a royal luxury wedding from head to toe. I'm talking about everything, even the suppliers, everything was just looking on point. So I got, you know, working at those events, it's like you're daydreaming. You like at work, but you're like working in you are like working in your dreams, if that makes sense. It's like here's your dream, and then you got a chance to work in your dream, because that was a dream wedding. Yeah, so that happened. And then also another thing that happened, which I feel like, wow, it was a great highlight. I got engaged. I got engaged in Durban. It was very emotional because I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. I was shocked. I was not prepared. I cried like a baby, guys. Like, I was like, oh my God, how did you know? And yeah, so that happened. It happened on the 8th of March, I think on the Sunday, because the event was on a Friday. And then on the Sunday, my partner proposed at the beach, which I felt like, whoa, how did you know? Because growing up, I actually wanted to have a beach wedding, which I feel like now it's like, hey, I knew what you wanted when you were younger. So yeah, that happened, which I still have not celebrated that because boom, national lockdown. Actually, the last event that I did was on the 21st of March in Steenloop in Polokwane. And then on the 24th, the president announced the national lockdown. Guys, lockdown. Whew. Okay. I think you can just comment in the comment section down below and just tell me how lockdown was for you. Because for me, when we got on lockdown, I was like, okay, I don't know how long this is gonna last, but I can use this time to train. I can use this time to learn how to do makeup, to do hair. I can learn this time to do this and this and this. And the first 2 or 3 weeks, actually the first month, I was like, okay, let me learn how to do nails. Let me learn how to do makeup. Let me learn how to do hair. Let me train. And then second month, third month, towards third month, I was not okay. I think at some point I kind of fell into depression or anxiety. I started having anxiety, of which I've always had anxiety, but I feel like because of my work schedule, which is unpredictable, so it's like I get distracted. I'm constantly having things to do, and I don't necessarily focus on that. Oh, okay, now I need to deal with these feelings. So I've always sort of like avoided the feelings, I would say. But during lockdown, I was like, okay, now I don't know what to do. I'm trying to be consistent with whatever that I'm doing, but it's very difficult. And obviously with discipline, not having to go outside and work out and run, it was like my routine was just messed up. Like my routine was just like, I'm so used to like walking outside and running outside that if I don't do that, then it's like, okay, there's something wrong. Like it's either my nose starts bleeding or I get really, really, really stressed. So that also happened. And what I can say that something that I sort of learned during lockdown was obviously starting this whole YouTube channel, which I think it is a journey. It's like it's actually entrepreneurship itself. I think I did not expect what I am dealing with, because obviously I'm still talking to you guys, which means I am still, being a YouTuber or YouTubing or creating content. It's something on its own, and I didn't want to just talk about everything in my life. Today I'm talking about hair, tomorrow I'm talking about makeup, the next day I'm talking about this. No, I wanted to do something that is very direct, something that will obviously help the next person who's trying to be an entrepreneur, who's trying to get into events, who wants to be a wedding planner, or wants to own a staffing agency, a recruiting agency, modeling, whatever it is. So I was just like, I need to talk about this. However, having to talk about something on camera and not having something physical to show people, it's different. And also, I think I've got 2 or 3 vlogs whereby I try and take my camera to work, which is something that it's one thing to speak on the camera and it's one thing for me to show what I do. And I think with the vlogs, I'll obviously have to have a cameraman following me at events than me being a camera person and still trying to mic myself and still trying to check with the lighting or how's my angle and stuff. Like it is a lot. And I do give props to full-time YouTubers that obviously, do this every day, having to check cameras, check memory cards, lighting, dress code, makeup. Guys, but we're learning from you guys, so I'm giving you props because I am inspired by what you guys do in terms of how you actually put out content and knowing how it is, or the work that goes behind the scenes. So definitely that was basically my lockdown. And after lockdown, we all got to breathe a little. We're able to travel just around the country, some obviously like overseas. And I got to catch up on some work. There were events that were pushed to 2021, but we got to do them in December. And I was busy obviously with that. And I remember on the 19th of November, I went out in the morning. Obviously, I went for my run. I came back. When I came back, I got a call from my dad. And when I got a call from my dad, my father just tells me, listen, Sihle, I'm taking your mother to the hospital. I'm going to call you back just now. And knowing how my dad is, and I feel like my dad is a person that likes to exaggerate things, but I was just like, okay, why is he calling me? Like, why is he, And at some point, I was just like, okay, this is, like, I'm not okay, the fact that I'm receiving these news. I went outside, I spoke to my partner, I was like, baby, can we please pray? And we started praying. As soon as we done praying, I come back to the house, my partner was still outside, his phone rings. When I look at his phone, it's my dad. So I take the phone and I answer, and my dad is like, and then I say hello, and then obviously my dad, I think he could hear that was my voice, and he was like, Baba, I need you to be strong. Mama is gone. And yeah, so on the 19th of November, I lost my mom. And that is something that I still cannot deal with it. I don't think it's something that you prepare for. I don't think it's something that, even if you're strong, I mean, I know I'm strong, obviously, physically and mentally, because I think, I've had challenges in life where they would have probably broken me. But when I heard that, I felt helpless. I felt empty, I was really not okay. And I don't know if I was the first person that my dad called. I called my sister from Cape Town and I broke the news. She was also not having it. And I think my younger sister and the other one that is in the Eastern Cape, they didn't know, because my dad was like, no, I'll tell them personally. But then, because when somebody passes away, you have to obviously do the whole preparations of going to the mortuary and doing this and doing that. And my mom actually passed away in hospital, like at the entrance. And then when that happened, I was like, okay, I'm not okay, but I need to speak to my other sisters, because like at home, we like, even if my mom tells my dad something or one person tells, the news travel, like see, like tina siya gossip, like siya teta, do you get what I mean? And so I told my sisters, and it was funny because it's like they knew, they were with my mom throughout the time. I don't know how they took the news, but I was not okay, guys. Like, I'm still not okay even today, you know? And I'm really trying to speak about it, because I feel like obviously when you speak about things, you obviously heal, or at least things get better. And I can say that they are better now, because a week ago, I wouldn't have been able to even finish a sentence and talk about my mother. You know, the last time I was with my mom, I was sitting with her in this couch, and she came to see, obviously, the property, and she was so happy. And obviously, we had plans to, you know, go home, have like wedding celebrations and stuff. And you know, I was basically like explaining to her, okay, this is how things are gonna work. We're not gonna rush anything. This is how, you know, you should just be patient with obviously me and my partner. And I was telling this to her and my dad, and trying to obviously give her a bit of insight on how we planning to do things, you know, obviously, which is very different from how they used to do things back in the days. And she was one person that got what I had to say, you know, even if I talk about, you know, mama, don't spend money on this, rather take that money, get my younger sister a laptop, or get her a driver's license. This child needs this. No, you should invest. Or no, how about you know, you do this and stuff like that. She was one person that was like, okay, this is me actually dealing with my mom. And guys, like, it's not easy. I mean, it's only been 3 months. I obviously got to pack my things, which you have no idea how I got home. I couldn't even pack things in a suitcase. I think my suitcase was full with hangers, just hangers. And I took some stuff, and I don't know how, like, but because we have a bakkie, so we went with the bakkie, so we just threw everything. I just threw everything in the car. And my partner obviously took care of everything else. He was like, no, don't worry, I'll make sure you get home. And we drove the next day in the morning, and it was like a 10-hour trip to 9-hour trip, because the car was so packed. I mean, I don't even know why I even carried tables. I don't know why I took tables home, but they were like, no, don't worry about anything, because I was more concerned, oh, okay, how are we gonna do this? Must I bring my equipment? Must I bring tents? Must I bring this? And my dad was like, no, we just need you here. And so obviously my partner made sure that I got home. And what really, really humbled me was the fact that every person that I grew up with that was in Grahamstown came to my home. Obviously, the people that I was friends with, my friends were chopping veggies. Some, they were making tea for the church people, you know, some were washing, cleaning the chairs outside. Some just came to see me. Some even did my nails. It was so nice to have people having my back. And I mean, these are the people that I don't even talk to, because obviously we are out of touch. I don't have their numbers anymore. They're in and out on Facebook and stuff like that. So I was very happy and very pleased that people from home, you know, they had my back. They were like, Sihle, come on, we know you. And the thing is, your mom was a mother to all of us. My mom was like, she was a leader. She was a mother that would take care of people that were suffering, not just like kids, families. She would set people up in terms of making sure their things are going in order, take people to hospital, and she took care. She was like a community mom, and losing her was just like, it was a loss, not just to me and my sisters, it was a loss to everyone. But I'm thankful that I still have my sisters. I'm thankful that I still have my dad. I'm obviously thankful that I still have my partner, amazing partner who, yo guys, so yeah, that was my 2020. And obviously I was home from the 20th of November, until 1st of December. I'm not too sure. I think 1st of December or 30th of November. So I had to obviously come back on Joburg because I still had work. I mean, some of the events that I had, my partner took care of them, and also my team, amazing team. My team got to push the events themselves. I think I did about 4 or 5 events before I ended off the year. So I obviously had to go back to work. Some of my clients, they knew what was happening. And some of them would ask me, Losi, are you okay? Like, are you really, really okay? And I'm like, you know what? It's one thing for me to say I'm not okay and get into, the not okay mood, knowing that I have work to do. So I had to basically just grow some balls and say I'm okay, even though I'm not, just to make sure that I continue with what I've been paid for, which is obviously supplying my skills. And so I did events, guys. I bounced back, obviously with the help of my younger sister. Actually came and she was assisting me throughout. My partner has been there always. My team where, they stepped up. So we pushed. And the last event that we did was on the 28th of December. It was actually in the Eastern Cape, which I looked forward to it. And it was an event that was actually supposed to happen long ago, but because of the lockdown, so it was pushed to December. And I remember even telling this client, and I was like, listen, I'm so happy about this event because I get to go home. So it was more like a paid vacation at home. So I got to do that event, and I used people from home, which I think I will do a video on it because it's also an event that touched me. So yeah, guys, as soon as I was done with events, I started posting. I was obviously doing these whole encouragement, positive quotes, motivational quotes every day, where I get to wake up at 5, go on Google something that is very positive, that can relate to the feeling that I feel, tweet it. After tweeting it, sharing it on WhatsApp, Facebook, and on my Instagram. And it has been working for me, and some people actually came back and said thank you for sharing this because we look forward to your post every day. And it's something that I think I am trying to sort of like heal myself. And I think also talking about the death and also having people opening up to me and telling me about their experiences with losing their parents and so forth, that has actually sort of like helped me to sort of like deal with my loss as well. And I'm really thankful that I have those people that shared sad moments that happened in their lives. And I would also like to give a shout out to OP from Beyond Bread Basket, who's one of my clients, who shared the fact that she lost her parents within 1 week. And when I told her I just lost my mom, she said, Losi, I know exactly how you feel, And she tried to encourage me. And obviously some clients, people were even texting me. Some called me after events and said, Losi, are you okay? I lost my dad, and I had to do work and stuff like that. So I really, really, I am thankful for the fact that I have, I always say, oh no, I don't have any friends and stuff. But like when I went through what I went through, people showed me support. People showed me that they have my back, and I am very thankful. I'm very thankful for my clients. I'm very thankful for my friends, my family, my partner. I'm thankful for myself to receive the support and receive the advice and the education that I take every day. and from now on it's only a matter of time I obviously do the same thing to someone else, you know. And I would like to leave you with this note that if you're going through an issue or a problem, if you're going through something, don't think you're the only person. There's like a million people going through the same thing, only if you speak up. Obviously, I'm not saying you will get a great feedback, but maybe 1 or 2 people obviously focusing on the positive, you will get a little bit of some support and some advice. And some of the things that I obviously look at on the internet and on social media, they do share that support. So yeah guys, that is me getting personal in 2021. I really hope you like this video. I hope you can share some of the things that happened to you and you felt like they were gonna break you, but you were able to, you know, survive and you conquered them. So that's what I want to leave you with. So yeah, please do not forget to like, comment, and follow me on Instagram. It's at Losi. Have a lovely one.